I got fame.
My mic on. Mic check. Mic check. All right. Relax. What it do, Fame family? What it do? It's your boy, I Got Fame. And bro, relax. Damn, this guy pops in at the worst possible time sometimes. But anyways, what it do? Today is a day of celebration because we officially crossed 500 subscribers, and I just wanted to jump on live, kick back a little bit, hang out, and show some love to everybody who has been rocking with the channel. Whether you've been here since day one, whether you found me through a Kendrick video, a Drake discussion, hip hop debate, a podcast clip, or one of the music reviews, I appreciate every single one of you. 500 subscribers might not sound like a huge number to some people, but when you're building something from the ground up, every subscriber represents a real person who decided to spend some of their time with my content. So I really do appreciate that. And let's see who's in the chat. We got let's see. I might sound a little bit different too because I don't know, I woke up a little congested. But let's see. So excuse the voice. We got King Kel. King Kel is a longtime supporter. He's in the chat, and we got Fatima. We got a couple of individuals in there. I haven't seen any. We got some shy ones hiding in the back. So we're gonna let's see. Who's in the chat? Come on, who's in the chat? Y'all got to get loud today, because I hit 500 subscribers, but I wouldn't have done it without any of y'all. So, y'all should be celebrating just as much as I am. But let's see. So, I wanted to jump on here and really to again celebrate a bit, hang out. Don't get shy now, King Kel says. Yeah, exactly. Don't get shy now. I want to get on here and really just to celebrate, but I wanted to see what's everybody doing on this Sunday. What are you celebrating? What you are looking forward to today? Maybe this coming week. Let's see. All right. Now, one thing that popped up in my news feed was this UFC event that's happening, I guess, tonight. Usually it happens on a Saturday. The reason why I know is because some of you may know I'm a huge MMA fan. I do practice MMA. I'm on my way to getting my purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I've been practicing mixed martial arts, wrestling, and any type of basically combat sport. Since I was in high school, I did wrestling in high school, and then I've been actually into like MMA for the past like 10 years. actually since 2018 is when I started training. But then there was a couple of years of COVID, so I took a break. But yeah, so I've been training periodically, and yeah, so I do follow UFC, I do follow Pride, I do follow like all these MMA and fighting organizations. But UFC's been doing a lot of weird shit politically. Dana White has always been a very controversial and polarizing in a negative way. And you could tell this dude, I mean, just by looking at him, you could tell he's racist. But yeah, so today is the 250 event where they're going to be gotta fix my lighting. Where they're going to be having these fights at the White House, which, I mean, the White House and the presidency have done a lot to tarnish the already tarnished reputation of our country. But hosting a fighting event on the lawn of the White House is probably a new low. And let's see, from what I was looking here on social media, is that they were doing like, and actually I was talking to Zoe last night, and shout out to Zoe. I know he's on vacation. Hope you have a fun time on vacation, Zoe. And you got to get back because we need more lives. But he was talking about this Freedom 250 event was having like BMX or something. Let's take a look. Let me fix this here. So right here.
That would be the claw, and underneath, inside the octagon, we say hello. Business with John Adams being the first president there in 1800, but it's also about new
you take a look at this and
on the DC skyline. That would be the claw.
The stage looks, I don't know how they put this shit show together.
Inside the octagon, we say hello. Business with John.
And the controversy around this event, not only the fact that it's being held on the lawn of the of the White House, but I guess one of their champions, Sean Strickland, who is an openly racist individual, but in this occasion, he criticized Trump and he criticized Israel, and he was then not allowed to compete. And he's their main champion. He's like the heavyweight champion. So I find it kind of ironic that the party of free speech, so to say, is is basically muting this individual and banning him from participating. So the main cards are Pereira versus Gain. Gain is a really good Gain is a really good fighter. Pereira is a really good fighter too. So that's going to be it's unfortunate that they're doing some of these fights on this card because I'm not going to be watching. I'll probably watch the clips or something if somebody posts clips, but I'm not going to be supporting this broadcast. Gagey's a pretty good fighter too. I'd be interesting to see what Topuria. I haven't seen too much of him. Again, I haven't been keeping up recently with UFC, but O'Malley is fighting. O'Malley's usually a favorite. Lewis is another favorite, but he's fighting against Hokit. Now Hokit, from what I heard, was got drunk the night before weigh-ins, which was a few days ago, and he basically threw up on himself. I'm not sure if it was like a publicity stunt or whatnot, but yeah, those are the main cards. And you have the undercards. You have Chandler and Ruffy, Nicole and DeCos. And my favorite is Lopez. Lopez is a Brazilian who fights out of Mexico, and he's representing Mexico in kind of this fight. The funny part is that I found out that he wants to come out with a very Mexican intro walkout, and they denied him that. So we'll see if that still happens. We'll see if there's clips of that. And here's the clip.
So what? Maybe I was drinking last night. But who wouldn't? Who wouldn't be? I have a giant black man that wants to knock me out. He has the most knockouts in UFC history.
Be still, Josh.
231.
231, the official weight for Josh Hogan.
Okay, now that I'm watching this, I only heard about it, but now that I'm watching it, he's obviously, it's a joke. It's a joke to him. So, all right, now I hope I hope Derek Lewis knocks him out. But I think what he's doing is he's making fun of fighters that go and do the weight cutting, like a route that's not safe, but it's very it's just a thing that happens. People cut weight, and it can be very, very dangerous. And he's kind of making fun of that because it's always been a thing. And you could tell this guy didn't need to, or he didn't cut weight. So, but yeah, I guess this was the construction of the event going up. It's interesting. I want to know how much money did they put into this event, and how much money was from taxpayers. Like, how much of taxpayer money went into even 1% of this, if not the whole thing? Because with the economy the way it is, the inflation everywhere, gas prices are, through the roof. I really do think this is the last thing that we need to be doing, is putting any type of money into an event like this on the lawn of the White House. It's just fucking insane. And I did hear about this. There was a restraining order, or I know that the White House received some type of what is it? Let's see what this says. Let's actually check this out. See if we can get more. More information. So it says 2 Virginia residents filed. Let's see if I could get it in here. Two Virginia residents filed a lawsuit earlier this month arguing the clause structure on the South Lawn was too damn ugly. As part of the civil suit, they requested a temporary restraining order which would have barred the event from taking place on Sunday. But President Trump and his good buddy Dana White can rest easy because U.S. District Court Judge Amit Mehta firmly denied the TRO, ruling there was no real concrete jury. So, I don't know. I mean, at this point, how many of those judges are in the pockets of the presidency? So, but yeah. So on other sports news, which I know right now, sports isn't really a focal point in, we're not really talking about it, but New York is talking about sports, and more specifically, the New York Knicks, fans. So let's see what's going on, because I heard something happen with the New York. Oh, not this. Oh, maybe this. There we go. What happened here? Huh. So, according to this account, the U.S. Homeland Security News, there were riots. 63 people arrested, 4 stabbings, and 1 shooting reported in New York City after Knicks fans go wild celebrating the NBA Finals win. That's crazy. Yep, 63 arrested, 4 stabbings, 1 shooting. And my question is, why? I mean, usually when a team wins, their celebration, positive celebration. I mean, we're elevating the city. And a shout out to Noah King walking in, and what it do? No, we're today we're celebrating this 500 subs, and right now we're actually talking about the New York Knicks winning the NBA championships, but more specifically the fallout from that win. And I know that, shout out to Tommy Tenderoni in the chat. He just walked in. What it do, Tommy? But more specifically, the fallout from the NBA champions. And you would think that that word fallout would not be synonymous with a victory, but as we're seeing here, there is riots happening, and that's not another word that you would relate to your city or region winning a championship, especially one that has been invading you for 53 years. This is a time of celebration, not burning your city. I mean, what is going on? I mean, look, the New York Knicks finally got it done. The Knicks are champions. But how is it that, I mean, so this is a positive side to see. So that's a positive sight to see. Maybe this one not so much.
Jack. Let's go.
Goodness gracious. All right. Is this how we're celebrating a win? That's crazy. What it do, Big Zo? Big Zo's in the chat, my brother. Thank you, and appreciate that. Couldn't have done this without the supporters, but especially you, my brother. You've helped me a lot throughout this journey. And right now, actually, we're talking about wins and journeys. We're talking about how the New York Knicks winning the NBA champions have led to the New York Knicks fans destroying their city. And my next question is, because look, I'm a Warriors fan. I know what it's like to win. I know what it's like to win a lot. I also know what it's like to be on the losing side for a long time. And yeah, exactly what Zoe's saying is, even with this win, this is what you get. Why? I really want to know what the celebration aspect of this is, because I don't, I feel like I'm a multicultural individual. In what culture, except for maybe American culture, is this acceptable? And this is crazy. And Tommy Tenderoni says, oh, the city definitely would have been on fire if they lost. I mean, Tommy. I mean, I think I saw a couple of clips here where cars were on fire. And then you do get some celebrities that come out. You get, the legendary Spike Lee. It's not every day you see Spike Lee out. But look, they set this bus on fire. So the city was partly on fire. Maybe not the city itself, but
Let's go! 83 years!
what? Okay, look. I'm all for your team, rooting for your team, and being that loyalty that comes with team sports. I played sports, I coached sports for many years. I'm a huge I'm a huge Cowboys fan. I'm a huge A's fan. And so I know what it's like to love sports to a certain extent. But you see, Big Zo took the words right out of her mouth, because he says New York lost somehow. And it's true. Look, not only is New York tearing down its own city, it's showing their lack of, I don't know, sportsmanship, but also humanity. This old gentleman, he's on on this scooter, and come on, he's being harassed. Harassed is an understatement. The guy's being assaulted. Let's see what else. Someone posted this TikTok and they're asking, why destroy the city? It doesn't make sense to me. Tommy Teneroni says, I saw the bonfires, but to be honest, this is probably light compared to what I pictured. I thought this would be something really good for the city. And knowing that they went so long without a championship, it really, I don't know. I thought it would really uplift it, and I thought the outcome would be positive from the fans. So this is kind of sad, and I like Messi, but this type of Messi is, come on, not now. This guy. CNI. Oh, what's up, CNI? CNI just came in. What it do, brother? What it do? We were just talking about the yeah. This is dumb. We were just talking about this whole Knicks winning the championship and then them tearing up the city. Tommy, it's different up there. From the looks of it. What it do, Groovier Tony in the chat. CNI says, pardon my French, this shouldn't have been, and yet again, my area is disappointing me greatly. That's true. CNI is from the area, and one thing about CNI is that he'll tell you the truth. Groovier Tony, this is not AI. We've seen far much worse videos and clips. So this is very mild. As Zoe's saying, imagine if they lost. That's what I was thinking. Like, what if they lost Oh man. Brother, man, if you're a Spurs fan, do not engage. Why would you engage? Look around you. Just look around you. Oh, Groovier Tony, the Statue of Liberty. I think that was AI. I don't know how they did that, but I lean towards it being AI. But going back to this, man, like, I used to think, I'm from the Bay, and I used to think that Raiders fans were the worst because you could not go to any Raider event without the fear of you getting jumped or getting into a fight. So if I ever did go to a Raiders event, I make sure that I came with a group and that I was on 10. If I was going to wear my sports jersey. So half of the time I'm like maybe going to the event without a jersey, because it gets that it can be that dangerous. And this looks very similar. I mean, the only difference is these fans don't look like ex gang members, which you would get from Raiders Raiders fans. But yeah, I mean, this guy fan throwing bananas. You get 5 guys. What, man? Why 5 guys?
Crazy. That was the comedy.
CNI says this isn't from yesterday, but here's the thing, CNI. Every time the Knicks won, this is how the celebration was. So if it wasn't from last night, it was definitely from one of the nights that they won or lost, because there was a loss in there. Groovier Tony said, or no, Tommy Teneroni, and a pair of Tims with the New York fitted. Yeah, that's funny. CNI Plus says, I'm going to keep it a buck. That Spurs fan may have lost team-wise, but he held his own in that fight and walked away. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree. He looked a lot better, but still, there's a potential in that situation for you to leave in a body bag. And my point is, like, man, you got like 100 people deep around you, and I know some of them couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight, but still, it's 1 or 2 against all these people, and it's not the situation to be getting into. Yeah, especially look, destroying cars. Look at this taxi driver. I mean, he's got insurance, but I'm not gonna lie though. I got to give it to New York for just losing it in a good way and in a bad way too. Because look, 53 years the Knicks go without winning a championship. All that pent up, I don't know if it's frustration or release of these celebration feelings. Yeah. This is definitely there's there's definitely content from this, and people are going to exploit this, good or bad. Oh man, come on. Jeez. Okay. Tommy Teneroni says Blue Chew on steroids. Yeah. Oh, I did see this, but look, I do want to highlight this because this is something I liked. This bus driver was celebrating, and this was on the positive side. And you know what I like about this? I like that they played Ja Rule instead of like 50 Cent. Yeah. Because I feel like this song represented New York New York better than any other song, especially any that 50 would have ever done. But yeah. Let's see what Joey Crack has to say about this. CNI says, this is AI. I could tell you because they played Ja. Because they played Ja Rule. Hey, nah, I don't know. I feel like I mean, I'm not the biggest Ja Rule fan, but shit, compared to 50. And you know what? That song was a hit. And I feel like that song, New York has had anthems throughout the years. That was one of them, I feel. Or maybe it's just my perception in the West Coast, but New York, Empire State of Mind. I feel like Empire State of Mind is going to be the overall anthem of New York. But yeah, let's see what Joey Crack has to say.
Don't have. But let me tell you something about San Antonio, what they don't have. Glizzies.
Oh boy.
They got
what you talking
taco.
about, Fat?
They don't got like hot dogs, man.
What?
Damn!
I really don't even have. I need to have like Ayo like sounds on the soundboard because I don't. What did he say?
Yeah, what they don't have. Glizzies.
Oh boy.
They got. But let me tell you something about San Antonio, what they don't have. Glizzies.
Oh boy.
They got
what you talking
taco.
about, Fat?
They
What you
don't
talking
got
about,
like hot dogs,
Fat
man.
Joe, come on,
I'm
don't go
going
there.
all around
Fat
looking
Joe,
for a
stop
glizzy. They don't have a glizzy.
You can't be eating glizzies out here, Fat Joe. Come on, man. That gets you in trouble, bro.
They forced me to eat tacos, man.
I'm really glad you're Puerto Rican and you're not Mexican, because you're complaining that you got forced to eat tacos. We know what the relation to tacos and other things are. Yet you're over here talking about glizzies, my guy. And yep, exactly. CNI said it perfectly. He says it's not just what he said, is that he said it with confidence.
But let me tell you something about San Antonio, what they don't have. Glizzies.
Oh, boy.
They got
what you talking
tacos.
about, Fat?
They
What you
don't
talking
got
about, Fat Joe?
hot dogs,
Fat
man.
Joe, come on,
I'm
don't go
going
there.
all around
Fat
looking
Joe,
for a
stop
glizzy. They don't have a glizzy.
You can't be eating glizzies out here, Fat Joe. Come on, man. That gets you in trouble, bro.
They forced me to eat tacos, man. I'm telling you, extra hot sauce. It's crazy out here. We love you, Latinos, San Antonio. Thank you for being so nice to us. But we taking this thing home. And let me tell you something. I'm on a plane with a bunch of white people, but we're about to turn that into the soul plane.
Congratulations.
That thing going down.
Okay, so that explains it all. He's on a plane full of white people. You know what? I think Groovier Tony says they got churros. I think Fat Joe's been hanging around Drake too much, because all this glizzy talk, man, what the fuck? Like, look at the comments here. Hey, Glizzy Gladiator final boss, Jesus. Oh man, they gotta bring back Def Jam, Fight for New York or whatever, and make him the final glizzy boss. This guy says, bro wants this guy says, I can't even read it. Bro wants a shaboing boing in his mouth over a taco. He says, yeah, go back up North Gang. I
don't know how to hog that people.
Only Fat Joe can complain about no glizzies. Man. What does this guy say? Forced and tacos in the same sentence is crazy. Bro really want the shaboing boing. But why do they keep saying shaboing boing? Like, what is this? Is this a term used up in New York? CNI says Joe act like he was gonna be out there for weeks and was gonna miss getting glizzies. Getting glizzies. Damn, Joe, you was out there maybe 1 or 2 days. Oh man, Tommy Teneroni, Fat Joe. I need that prime beef, you heard? Nah. Hey. It ain't that serious, CNI says. Oh man. What's up with the CNI? What's up with the shaboing boing? What is this? I don't know if I could keep reading these comments. I can't. Mr. Rager says, hey, shout out to my guy Joe for getting himself right and losing weight, considering how big he used to be, but he still got the fat boy mentality. Stupid. when he gets when he gets home from the game. A Puerto Rican complaining about having to eat tacos is insane. All right, man. I can't I can't fucking do this anymore. Nah. This guy says, wait a minute, glizzies are shaped like they're in Texas where they don't like rainbows during Pride Month. Okay. All right. I gotta read this one. This one says, Fat Joe got shebangs on his mind. Oh man, yeah. Jade has gotta cut this guy off. Like, honestly, Joe's probably the only reason I don't watch that show, because when I see clips of Jada, he's got really good points, but nah. I appreciate that. Exclusive TV just jumped in the chat. Says congrats on the 500 subs, bro. Appreciate that. CNI, not gonna lie, them dirty dogs, I ain't calling it glizzies for this sentence. They good in New York, but you can't be out there seen eating them like that. You know what? Tommy Teneroni, shebang, where does it go? My head. Oh man, y'all are wildin', man. That shit's funny. And Joe trying to make the phrase commercial. Says, seen that. I think honestly, he wants to be the next like spokesperson for Oscar Mayer Glizzies. I mean, he's hyping them up. He's been hyping them up for a while. If you check out some of the clips of his show, he's always talking about a glizzy here, a glizzy there. So yeah. But like I was saying, Jadakiss doesn't need Joe to do his podcast. Like, Joe doesn't really add anything. He adds these weird stories that they end up getting debunked after. Yeah, but let me see. It's this. I guess I didn't watch this part. Let's see. Okay, see, this is a different perspective that we didn't get with the other videos, and I'm glad I'm kind of like going through them because, damn, although this guy was kind of getting jumped, bro, you're kind of initiating this while you're wearing a Spurs jersey, like. If that were me, I got to get out. Just get out. Put yourself in a position where you're going to be safe. Like, you don't need to be in there. Yeah, I know you want to be part of the celebration, but you're going to end up being a part of the celebration. Like, so your team loses, best ideas, just get the fuck out of there. Like, why are you lingering? Fans are celebrating. You see how they're getting. Like, don't. Don't just go home and, I don't know, crack open a bottle of wine and I don't know, cry yourself to sleep or something. Because look, the Spurs, I don't feel too bad for the Spurs fans because they've had their moment, and it's not their time anymore. But I see we got Furry B in the building. What it do? He says, F all that ish. New York is in the building. Oh yeah, that's right. Furry's from New York. And I'm partly not surprised by that. I'm not surprised. But congrats, Furry. I'm not sure if you were a Knicks fan or you are a Knicks fan now. But congrats on the win. And hopefully they stop messing with the city. Hopefully they can recover from this. And CNI says the Locks have a podcast. Just stay with them. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I mean, Fat Joe can barely stand on his own 2 chicken legs. So, yeah. But CNI says, shit, I don't feel bad for the Spurs fans, to be honest, because they didn't even show up at their own home floor. You know what? That was I was surprised. I was surprised about that. And it just told me that the Spurs weren't hungry. They weren't hungry enough. And they have Wemby. Like, man, you have the tools. You just can't finish the job. Start off strong, and you just, man, you lose momentum early on or midway through the game. And we saw the 20-point lead that they had. What was it? Game 5? And they blew it. So I mean, you can't blame anybody really but yourself. Furry B says, I'm not a basketball fan, but congrats to him. Okay. CNI says Spurs fans didn't show up for San Antonio's attendance wise. You know what, though? I feel like a lot of Spurs fans are not even in San Antonio, if I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of the Spurs fans are from other regions in the country. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. And Knicks fans are like, one thing about Knicks fans is they haven't won a championship until now in 53 years, but I feel like, I don't know if it's a New York thing, but New York comes out for their teams. Whether it's the Yankees, whether it's the Knicks, whether it's, you name it. They come out for their team regardless of how shitty they are or have been, because they won. They're not shitty today. But yeah. Yeah, these guys are, it's a WWE over there, hitting each other with stop signs, and it actually looks kind of fun. But at the same time, it's stupid. You get hit the wrong way. Nowadays, people are getting knocked out, bumped in the back of the head, and never wake up again. So, let's see what Wemby has to say about this.
Never. Appreciate y'all. See y'all. Never. Appreciate y'all. See y'all. Never.
I don't get the context behind this, but I mean, at this point, I got to ask myself when there's weird videos like this, is it AI? CNI Plus says a lot of bad shots. Yeah. From the clips that I was seeing, a lot of bad shots for sure. Furry B says, I don't like how a lot of craziness ain't from New Yorkers. It's from Poly Market and Kalshi plants. Shaking my head. Damn. Furry's got some heat for Wemby. And let's see. Yeah, I mean, look, if I'm going to be pointing fingers at Wemby doing things that look sus, or I don't know, half of the one thing about like basketball nowadays is that it's not openly. I mean, if you remember back in the 90s, you could be openly aggressive and not get a technical. Example, Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was a very aggressive player. He could get up in your face, but nowadays people have to be slick about their aggression in a way. So do I respect it? I don't know. Personally, I never played basketball like in school or anything. It was too much running. But I preferred more contact sports too. So maybe if basketball was more contact, for sure. But let's see. Oh, CNI says, Wemby said, see y'all whenever. See y'all whenever somebody is running around. Okay. Furry B, I posted a video about the Kalshi and Poly Market plants in Zoe's Discord. I'll have to take a look at it because I don't know anything about the Poly Market plants or Kalshi. Do I? What's Kalshi's Kalshi's that? Yeah, Kalshi's that one app where you can bet on things, I think. Yeah, I'm a fan of CNI says he's a fan of Wemby. With that clip, I saw the interview when it happened because I'm a fan of Wemby. He didn't say what the clip chopped up. He said whenever, and but what I didn't like is that he has to be a better sport. I agree. I'm a Wemby fan too, and he does have to be a better sport. He needs to have better sportsmanship. The thing is that I've coached many players, and it's really hard to have that player that can take themselves out of that win mentality. And I'm not gonna lie, once you take a player out of that win mentality and they're able to be a better sportsman, if they're able to have better sportsmanship, more times than not, that player becomes less aggressive. He has more of that drive in him. Even Kobe was considered one of the better players and more respected. But if you see a lot of his interviews and the way his attitude, he was very, like, when he lost, he was not having he didn't react good to that. And so you kind of partly have to have an attitude. It's just a way of like balancing that out, I think. Like for me, anytime I was involved with losing a football game, or if I lose one of my wrestling or jiu-jitsu competitions, I'm upset at myself. But I know when somebody is talking to me, if I'm ever in a position where have to do an interview, I know that I have to hold a level of respect for the person speaking to me, because it's not their fault. If anything, it's my fault. Tommy Teneroni says, when I played, it was known that if you went into the paint, you would get fouled. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think I coached like one year of of youth basketball, and I learned quite a bit. You learn a bit coaching than you do actually playing sometimes. And a lot of those kids would get fouled. Yeah. But let's see the celebration.
Can we get the head coach up here?
It's ridiculous. I did hear that the tickets for this game were like somebody said they paid like $1 million for the ticket, which damn, $1 million. I used to think that the tickets here when the Warriors were on their run were expensive, and I think it was like it got up to $10,000. I think.
I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. I'm so tired. I slept 2 hours last night. 2 damn hours of tossing and turning, of staring at my ceiling. On the night at the NBA draft was held in New York City, Barclays Center, a night in which the New York Knicks had the 11th overall pick in the NBA draft with a ton of holes to fill, with shooters and point guards and rim protectors all over the board. My New York Knicks came away with nothing. Nothing at all. Trading their first round pick away. And for what? To go all in on clearing cap space in hopes of signing Jalen Brunson? Look, I mean,
I don't like Stephen A. Smith, but I always find it fascinating when he talks, because sometimes he, I don't know, you'll find something funny in how he talks. And here's the clip from the.
Found a way to get every team you face so far. You guys always found a way to get over the top eventually. What did you learn about how hard it is to win the finals against this Knicks team, where they kept coming up with answers? Brunson just could always score no matter what in the end.
I learned one of many things I learned is the margin of error is very, very thin. Our domination stints are absolute. We absolutely dominated for most of the series. But our errors, our mistakes, are punished so hard that we can't have ups and downs like this so much, you know. The ups are okay, the downs, it's the reason we lost.
Every team you face so far, you guys always found a way to get over the top eventually. What did you learn about how hard it is to win the?
But yeah, let's see what else. I don't know. Oh shit. Stupid. Okay. All right, that's enough of this shit. Yeah. I don't want to stay on that topic too long, but Yeah. Tommy Teroni says them tickets are going to be worth something years down the line. I mean, I hope so. I hope I hope so. CNI says this called eating crow, y'all. Yeah. CNI says he's young, he needs PR training. He definitely does. I mean, yeah, he definitely does need PR training. But he's got, I mean, what, this is his second year? Third? Second? I don't know. I'm not gonna do the research right now, but I think it's his second year. He's young, he's new. Like, I mean, can you blame the guy? I'm more curious to see what he's going to look like in a few years. But yeah. Next, actually, let's switch gears. Now some of you might be following what's been going on in other sports news, and more specifically, the World Cup being underway. And I kind of want to know, if you are following it, I want to know who y'all rooting for. Now, if you're watching the World Cup, let me know. Drop your country in the chat. I mean, I'm guessing a lot of us are either going to choose USA. Me specifically I'm gonna choose Mexico. But I mean, I only asked because the interesting thing is Mexico was playing against South Africa the other day, and I was expecting to see this like divide, and it was surprisingly one-sided, and fans were not only rooting for Mexico to win, but I mean, even the celebration afterwards was insane. And it just, I don't know. It was a bit like, it was a bit touching. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see if I could pull up some clips. Yeah, I was a bit surprised. We had a lot of people rooting for Mexico, and but yeah, so this was on the 7th. Was it? Did they play on the 7th? Oh, they played on the 11th. But this is what the stadium looked like. And one thing about these games is that, like, soccer games are pretty intense. I hear that these other countries take soccer, like, if you, I mean, they won't do they typically won't destroy their city, but they're very I'm not even sure if this is part of what happened, but let's see more videos. And let's see. Tommy Terroni says USA won yesterday. I saw that they won. CNI, I'm down with USA, but I just want to see good games, to be honest. Yeah, me too. Yep. Here you go.
Nigerian, all up in Mexico. Mexico.
Let's go, Nigeria!
Where are you from?
We're Nigerians, but we live in England.
Nigerian.
It's crazy.
Africans, thank you so much, Mexico! Oh my God! Yes, that's how you do it! South Africa, you guys got 2 red cards and lost 2-0. Ah! I would go hide somewhere. Go hide.
That's fucked up. But Tommy Tennerty, how we care about football and basketball, it's like that times 10. Yeah. And I've been to a couple soccer games, and it gets pretty intense. It does. So again, it's never we're gonna destroy the city type vibe, but sometimes the stadiums do get destroyed. I mean, yeah. Fans get really aggressive towards each other. I hear like Argentina, like their team has like military that secures the games because people have died at games. So yeah, let's see. I'm just trying to get some of the events that were taking place. I feel like they keep showing the same things. Furry B says, I've been working in some FIFA stores. It's been nuts. Damn. All right, Furry B. You watch more soccer then, right? You a FIFA fan. King Black Power is in the house. What it do? What it do? Me and King were having a discussion last night, and he was telling me last night how he loves Mexicans. So appreciate that, King. Let me get that hat, guy. This hat? Nah, this hat has to be earned. Just like the that PG Lang hat. PG Lang hat has to be earned. This hat has to be earned. Like, you got to be from the soil. Furry B says, nah, I don't watch non-combat sports. All right, so talking about combat sports, you watch this gentleman right here on your screen, right? Because he's one of the top boxers in the world. I mean, he did get beat by a better boxer, but let's see. CNI, yeah, he did. He did.
Land you own nothing in. Being patriots in a land we benefit nothing from. Silonama illegal foreigners, are they only illegal when they are black? You've been asking this question with no answer since you started this movement. Drugs are still coming in from Mexico, drugs are still coming in from Brazil, drugs are still coming in from South America. Flying in ngama aeroplane nemikhumbi nezikepe. So abobana bafaka ama drugs ekhantrini yenu bantu abamnyama. They come and they take advantage of our poverty. Basinikeza wona lawo ma drugs, bathi asiphile ngawo sithengise wona. Because at the same time asinayo imisebenzi, asikwazi nokuqala ama business noma singawaqala ama business.
It seems like a lot of like a lot of black people from Africa have a certain feeling towards South Africa specifically. And like from a little bit of research that I've done, it seems like Africa has the same problems we have here with racism. And so there is a large group of white Africans, typically in South Africa, that are doing basically the same shit that whites over here are doing. So, which now it's not a big surprise of how Elon Musk operates, as he's South African. So, yeah. Furry B says he likes money. And yeah, Canelo is he's our ginger Mexican. King Black wants to know where I buy my hat from, or where I bought it from. We got shops out here, King, and they're called Lids. And the thing about Lids that I'm seeing, and I only learned this because when I went to Vegas, I noticed that Lids has like regional merchandise. So, King, you're out there in the South, you're probably going to see more hats that are from your region than any other region. And here in like the Bay Area, we have a lot of Bay Area gear, a lot of A's, Niners, Raiders, Cowboys. So yeah, so it's just like a common hat that you would get here. Furry B says, I was talking to a girl from Ghana the other day, and she said she never experienced racism as bad as South Africa and Italy. You know what? That's a good point. I heard that in Italy, it can get pretty racist just because it's stuck in like this like old. It's almost like an old moment in time. Like they haven't really. I feel like the racism that goes on here is not that people are stuck in an old time or an old mentality, is that they're stuck, not even stuck, they've evolved to a new level of racism. Now, I'm not sure how South Africa is because I haven't read up too much about it, but it seems like a population of white South Africans has grown, and they've taken that idea of like being nationalist, but not really of country, more of like race or complexity, like their skin tone. Because here you hear it all the time, like they're trying to preserve white lineage, and it's just fucking, it's disgusting. But yeah, Tommy Tenderoni, Lids is my story. I know. I try to I have a hat collection. Like I have like 30 something hats, and but yeah, so I try to stay away from Lids, but because I know every time I go, I'm gonna end up getting a hat. Furry B says they still upset that one of their entire islands died down to the point of changing the skin tone rapidly. Yeah. I mean, I think here is that same concept exists, except here it's like less of, I don't know, I feel like here it's like less of skin color, but it's more of power. Like, it's less of the identity of the skin color and more of the power that's behind being white. Where I don't know how South Africa is, but there's probably this resurgence of them wanting to preserve the skin tone, and who knows, maybe, I don't know. I'd have to do more research, but yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all racism, and, you know, yeah, but it's interesting. I definitely want to read up more about this. I know, like, my great grandma is Afro-Latina, so there's like, our ancestry roots are like from Cameroon, which I think that's in Africa. I gotta do more research on that. And then so, like, I remember my grandma, because my grandma looks like people used to think that she was like from Cuba or something. And if y'all don't know the Mexican, or not the Mexican, I think she's Cuban singer Celia Cruz, that's kind of like what my grandma looked like. And so, you know, I've told this story a couple times, but like, even in parts of Mexico, like, even though for the most part, like, Mexico is very like, they embrace people, you still get your pockets of like if you go to Jalisco, I think Jalisco is very, Michoacan is very, they're light colored people, like they look white. But if you go to other parts of the country, you get like more indigenous colored, darker people, and there's black Mexicans, and my grandma was like on the darker side, and she had like the specific hair and everything, and even the terms that were used towards her were very like now they're kind of looked at as what's the word, almost like you're being playful and you're calling a nickname, but like it's still looked at by some people as like bad words to say. Like, you don't call somebody that. My mom did not like being called like black in Spanish, like just the derogatory word for it, because my mom was like darker skinned, and yeah, she just like, yeah, it's basically like calling somebody here like the N-word, and it's like people just don't like it. In Mexico, the term hasn't been here. The word was the negative connotation was taken away from its own people, and it was used and empowered it in some ways. I know some people don't like to, I don't use it, even though I have like roots, but like, I understand there's people out there that don't like using it and they're black, and then there's people out there that feel like, no, this is my word and I'm going to use it. And I think like, hey, you have to decide at the end of the day what you want to do as a person, but you can't enforce those on other people. Yeah, Furry B. They used to call my grandma Negra all the time. And my mom. They used to call my mom Negra all the time. And my dad used to call her that. But my dad used to call her that as more of like in the sense of my like my negrita. It's almost like a term of endearment. And like my mom would call my dad gordo or fat. Gordo translates to fat, but if you say fat in English, that's like, oh, you're fat. That seems like you're insulting somebody. But in Spanish, like if you, or at least in Mexican culture, if you call somebody gordo, it's like, oh, you're my fat. So yes, and context does matter, but even certain words like negra is still like, my mom didn't, even though she knew it was like a term of endearment, at the same time it's like, yeah, don't call me that. Don't use it as a term, because she heard it. She heard her mom and her grandma being called negra, and maybe not as terms of endearment. So she wasn't really a fan of it. And then me growing up with my mom mostly, I wasn't about that either. So I think that's why now I'm like, nah, I don't use, like, I won't use that word. And I've seen people, I've told the story too, where growing up, I'll call out people, like Mexicans, and Mexicans, whether they have Afro-Latino roots or not, I'll call them out and be like, hey bro, that's not something to say. Like, you don't. But for some reason, a lot of people, like a lot of my friends are either black and Mexican, and my black friends would be like, nah, that's cool. They can say it. It's good. So I'm like, all right, it's hard for me to police something that, and if you look at me, I grew up not like, I'm like, I don't look Afro-Latino. Like, so, yeah, so I'm more identified with like being Mexican, if anything, even though, yeah, okay, there's roots and stuff, but like people, I mean, if I'm walking out, people don't know. So I'm like, I'm not only that, but out of respect to I love black culture. I love Mexican culture. And just like out of respect, I don't use I don't use the phrase wetback, or I don't use like those type of words either. It's just out of respect. And I think that's one thing that our society is lacking, is respect towards each other. And yeah, but I feel like I went on a bit of a tangent there, but yeah. Tommy Tinner. New Yorkers keep asking if I'm Cuban. Yeah, you know what? I used to get Cuban all the time. People used to ask me, hey, are you Cuban or something? Because they can't tell. I didn't have an accent, so they're like, either you're Cuban, Puerto Rican, but I mean, that's when I went to high school. High school was a bit of a melting pot of people. Like if you grew up here, most parts in the Bay Area are mostly Mexican people anyways. So it's like Mexican and black, and we're like, it's weird. The Bay Area is like Mexican, black everywhere. You get like pockets of Filipino and Asian, but for the most part, it's yeah. But yeah, a lot's been going on. And I'm noticing a lot of people are rooting for their home country, and that's good to see. I mean, it's good to see people being excited for this like sport that only comes around. It's always there, but it only comes around the World Cup like every 4 years. That excitement, at least for it. So CNI says, sounds very comparable to using the N-word with the hard ER or GA, bro. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Word, Tony, I was about to ask you that. Furry says, I can see that no one believes black people aren't Hispanic here. I've been Dominican, Puerto Rican all my life. Yeah. That's true because like even when I would tell people like, oh, my grandma's like black and my grandma, great grandma, my mom technically, it's just like the thing is the less dark you start looking, the more you meld, at least from here. So here's how I can explain it. The lighter you start looking and the more like Mexican your features, the less I guess people see you as like black and they start seeing you now as like you're Mexican, if that makes any sense. Even though in reality, if we really think about this, if you're black, you're black. Like if you come from those roots, that's what you are. It's just, it's weird being part of like different cultures, and then you kind of start melding into like people can, if people see you and they're like, all right, you're black, you're I don't know where you're from, but you're black. But then the moment that you become kind of like lightly complected, and then it's like, where are you from? You kind of, are you Samoan? No, I'm not Samoan. From Mexico. Oh, okay. Because I used to get that a lot. People used to tell me like, oh, you're Samoan. I'm like, nah, I'm not Samoan at all. But yeah, so they're like, all right, then you're Mexican. And then that's it. They don't know what my roots are. They don't know what my mom was like a little darker, and then my grandma was a lot darker, and then she had the features, and none of that. So, and it's hard to really explain. Sometimes I feel like, you know, if I say like, well, I'm technically black too, it's like, I don't know. Like, do I really have to explain? Do I really have to explain to people sometimes? Or do I really have to go into like, I just like, as long as I show respect and show people that I love black and brown cultures, like, you know, I think that's enough for me. But I don't know. I think I'm still finding myself too. And I'm doing my research on my roots. I had this whole like, I erased it earlier, but like I was writing my like family lineage down and stuff, and I'm trying to trace like old census, and it's really interesting. But yeah. Furry Beast responding to CNI, but says my hair keeps surprising me. I think my hair came out like straight, so I'm like, people don't even like ask questions. That's yeah. But yeah. So that's the World Cup. The World Cup led to discussions about about South Africa and roots, I guess. But yeah, let's see, where are we at? How long are we being on? Okay. So I know I wanted to get on here just for a quick minute to hang out, but I think my last topic that I wanted to discuss is, who are you listening to right now? So I finished going through this like deep dive of Vince Staples' Crybaby album. And I was telling CNI the other day that I think it was in my comments for the Crybaby review that I was surprised at this project because I'm not a big Vince Staples fan. I've given him opportunities in the past to kind of like show me what he has in his music, and I just like wasn't really connecting to them. And I do feel as if this album I can compare it to CNI says Vince Staples and Imani. I think I said Amari the other day, and you corrected me. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, Imani. I listened to a little bit of Imani's project, and it's nice. I got to sit with it a little bit more. The problem is that Vince Staples' album came at a time where I needed to focus on that album so I can write kind of like my review on it. And so, but now now that I'm done with that, I want to focus on Imani's project. But Furry B says, I got Casino on repeat right now. And I did a review on Casino as well. And I'm not going to lie, I feel as if I can compare Crybaby to Casino, because with Baby Keem, there wasn't anything really from his first album that stood out to me enough to where I'm like, yeah, this is the artist I'm looking out for, and this guy's the future. I never once thought that by listening to Melodic Blue. And there's going to be people who disagree with me, and I would disagree with myself too, because I misunderstood that album. And just like I'm most likely misunderstood Vince Staples' projects, I would have to go back. I haven't given him the opportunity to re-listen to the other projects, but what is kind of encouraging me to do that is because Casino did that for me. I listened to Casino and I'm like blown away. I still think Casino is probably top contender for album of the year. And it did encourage me to go listen to other his past projects, even his some of the mixtapes he was having. And I ended up becoming a bigger Baby Keem fan after Casino than I thought I would ever be. And I had friends that would say, well, what about Family Ties? Like, that didn't give you an inkling to go check out his music. And in reality, I thought that Baby Keem and Kendrick teaming up was going to always create that type of hit. So I didn't see it as Baby Keem was on Family Ties, so Baby Keem is like, no, it was more of like, if they teamed up, it was special. If they don't team up, then I don't know if I'm really listening to Keem. And I was wrong. I was wrong about that. And so now I'm going back, re-listening to some of his other stuff, and I'm giving it more of a try. There's still some songs that are very popular, and I'm like, nah, that's not really my favorite. But there are other songs that really stand out to me. And so I bring that up because Vince Staples did something here with Crybaby, and I think this is what's going to force me to go and listen and re-listen to his discography and maybe give it a shot, because I've had this album on repeat, and even after I did the review, I went back and I'm stuck on a few songs, and the album's so short. It's literally like 34 35 minutes. I mean, we got some people in the Discord that take longer showers than 35 minutes. Pink. So in 35 minutes, you can easily listen to a whole album. The only downside is that it's 35 minutes. So you kind of, it leaves you wanting more, but I think Vince Staples gives you enough to really consume the product and the project as a whole. It is, I'm gonna warn some of you who haven't listened to the album that the sound's different. It's not your traditional like rap album. It's very like, it's mixed with like a punk rock feel. And if you're not a fan of rock or if you're not a fan of rock or punk rock, this guy came out too. He heard about Pink and he is then at first it's going to kind of maybe not leave a good impression on you, but I do urge people to sit with the album a little bit. Again, 34 minutes long, not gonna hurt you. And what Vince Staples is saying is a lot deeper than what a lot of rappers have said in the past 5 years. And he's really, I think he's really challenging. Not only is he challenging artistic norms, I feel as if he's challenging the state of society right now. And I'm a pretty big Rage Against the Machine fan, and I can compare this music with like Rage Against the Machine back in the 90s. Like, I feel the only problem is that like we don't have the same culture that we did back when Rage Against the Machine was popular, to where we can use music to push us to, I don't know, become louder, protest or whatnot. And I feel as if we were more of being loud and be anti government and all that, that this album would be the anthem to that. So I definitely urge everybody to go listen to it. What is the chat saying? Furry B says, I'm not a fan of Vince's music. I've honestly not heard his music. I want to check it out as I'm a fan of his takes. Wait, I'm not a fan of Vince's music. I've honestly not heard his music. That caught me off guard, because you said I'm not a fan of his music, but I've never heard of his music. I do urge you, Furry, to definitely listen to it. But you said here, I want to check it out as I'm a fan of his takes. I would see a couple clips here and there of some of his takes, and I'm like, all right, this guy's interesting. But there's just something about Vince that never captured me. And then I heard he had this like show on Netflix that got canceled, and it was on my like to watch in the future, and I just never got around to it. I think I might maybe take some time today, check it out. But yeah, I mean, I have kind of like a view on Vince. Like, I see him a certain way. So I wonder if I go see his show, or if I go listen to other interviews, and if I get a different side of him, like, I'm like, man, is that going to conflict to what? Because now he seems like this, like, again, like a public enemy, Rage Against the Machine type figure, where he's going to war with the establishment. So yeah. CNI says Pink's gonna kick your ass when I clip this video and share it. Brother, do it. Furby Productions, I can't be a fan of someone's work I'm unfamiliar with, just being neutral. I feel you. I get what I was just a little confused on that statement, but I get what you mean now. I'm the same way. I wasn't a fan before, but I wasn't not a fan. So yeah. So when people would ask me like, you ever heard of Vince Staples? No, I haven't heard his music. Or the little bit that I did, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know yet. Yeah, see, maybe I didn't watch enough of his interviews, Rory, to kind of make an assumption or see that type of thing from Vince. But I don't know. I know that there's a lot of good music out there. Amani's one. Who else is out there? Let's see. So I know YouTube has issues with music and all that, so I gotta be kind of careful. But I kind of wanted to play music, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, you know what? I was just looking that up. Tommy Tenderoni said Larry June album on the way. I saw that. You know what? Larry June has been on. He's been on a roll. He's just been projects left and right with Alchemist. Who else? I feel like if I name an artist, he's done recently a feature with them or some type of joint project. So Larry June's been working his ass off these past couple years. Who else? Let's see. I know YG's been doing his thing, and he's more on the mainstream side now. Yeah, I gotta check it. I would have to check it out, Tommy. I'd have to do some more research on that. And Furry B says, I want to see a new Bruiser project. Bruiser Wolf has always been, you know what's funny is that I went to a barbecue like months ago, and I was there with my friends, and they always ask me like, so what's new with music? Because I'm just like, I guess I stay tapped in. So I was like, hey, y'all heard of this Bruiser Wolf guy? And I played it, and they were not feeling it. They were not there. Somebody said, I feel like he's a sugar-free ripoff. And I don't know. I was like, am I the only one who kind of enjoys this? But probably, I don't know. I'm probably one of the only people in my like close friend group that loves hip hop the way I do. But yeah, I would definitely be looking out for a Bruiser project. Yeah, Tommy, you should leave that Reddit page put that Reddit page in the music channel. Yeah, because I want to check it out. But I know this Nipsey album. This Nipsey album came out. It's like this new album. I haven't been able to listen it yet, but I hear different people talking about it. I'm not a G Herbo fan, but I heard G Herbo dropped an album too. CNI, I heard your guy Jim Jones dropped an album, The Landlord. Also got Kodak Black that dropped some stuff. Yeah. I feel like there's times where we go where we have less hip hop and so I still encourage people to really check out like what's hot in like other genres. Like I feel like the summer is coming and it's usually the time to play some more R&B. So, and I typically don't lean towards listening to R&B as much as I used to, because there's just so much like hip hop, like there's just so much rap music out there. Tommy Teneroni says, yeah, I'm not surprised it's not on social media. I saw the release for it, but that's it. CNI, I like G Herbo for Chicago and Jim Jones, not my guy, bro. I don't like that. I know. I know. Yeah, we got this. I don't like Jim Jones either. I never have. There's not one song that I'm like, Jim Jones is fire on this. No. Groovier Tony. Jim Jones. Yeah, but look, I encourage everybody, like when you find that artist this coming week or this project, man, come back to this video and drop those suggestions in the comments. Because I definitely want people, if people see the replay on this, like, I want to know what y'all are listening to. And I really want the viewers to see what the community's listening to. Because I feel like a lot of people bring music that is very super mainstream. Like, I still see people talking about like, this Drake album and it's fire and this and that. And we know that's not true. So CNI Plus says, I like Lil Durk too for music, but shaking my head, that's a damn shame. Yeah. Yeah. Furry B. Oh, that's right. Actually, Furry B is I think Furry B was like friends with Jim Jones at one point. So damn. They have a bit of a love-hate relationship over there. Jimmy and his Jomosexuals. Oh man. Joe, yeah. He's over there hanging around with the glizzy Fat Joe and shit. Yeah. Hey. I had fun today though. I had fun just chilling for a little bit, and I know I was only gonna be on here I wanted to be on here for just an hour, but we went on 2 hours, so I really do appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me here on Sunday. Again, there's a lot going on and I can't wait for other content creators, the homie Zoe, to come back, and I'm interested to see what they're gonna bring this week and what's going on. I'm interested to know what developments come up this week. And so but before we wrap things up, I really just want to say thank you one more time. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. Thank you to everybody who comments. Thank you to everybody who shares this video, like shares all my videos. Like, you don't even know how much that's helped us reach this goal. Like, I seen you guys out there, like Furry B, CNI, like King Kel, like y'all are sharing, reposting these videos, and like, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I couldn't have reached any milestone without you guys. And now my videos are in podcast form, so that's been helping the views and everything. So thanks to everybody, even the ones who disagree respectfully. They help create discussion, and that's really my goal, is just, let's just discuss things. I'm not always going to be right, and I'm not always going to be wrong, but I'm going to try to do my best to kind of get information. And sometimes that information comes from the help of the community, from you guys. And so thank you for helping build this community. Again, we're at 500 subscribers today, but we're not stopping there. The next stop is 1,000 subscribers. And then beyond that, we're going to keep growing together. Pause. So I appreciate every one of you. This has been a pretty fun ride. So again, until next time, peace and love.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though, ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this and sworn like this, immaculate conception. I transform like this, perform like this, wish out you a new weapon. I don't contemplate, I meditate, then off your fucking head. This that put the kids to bed. This that I got